You may have watched many videos about economic bubbles. However, there are still many unanswered questions. How do bubbles really start, and what exactly causes them to burst? In this video, I will explain economic bubbles in a very simple way and answer all the questions you may have. What is an economic bubble? Well, to help you understand, I will simplify it with a simple example. Let's say someone buys a product that costs $1. And one day the stores that sell this product say that it has become difficult to find and that its price may increase tomorrow. This news may be true or completely unfounded. Upon hearing this news, the person believes that the product will cost more tomorrow, so they say that since the price of this product will increase, they should buy a lot of it to sell later and make a lot of money. So this person buys large quantities of this product. The problem is that this person is not the only one who had this idea. There are thousands of people like him. Since many people are buying large quantities of this product, it means that the demand for this product is high, and therefore its price rises. According to the law of supply and demand, if supply exceeds demand, the price falls, and if demand exceeds supply, the price rises. In this case, we have many people demanding to buy large quantities of this product, so the demand for this product is high and therefore the price rises. The next day, the price of the product rose to $2. What caused the price to rise was that people ordered large quantities of this product after hearing the news that the price of the product might rise. The news may not have been true at all, and even if it was true, without this behavior, the price of the product would only have increased slightly and would not have reached $2. What caused the price to double was the rush of a large group of people to buy large quantities of the product, which increased demand and raised the price. After many people heard this news, they began to buy large quantities and the price continued to rise, and the number of buyers began to increase even more. The price of the product is now $5. People are buying more and selling quickly. Now the price of the product is $10, and many people are stockpiling large quantities of this product to sell later. Now that everyone has heard about the rise in the price of this product and that it is an excellent investment that can earn a lot of money in a short time, and after many investors have entered this field, people are worried that if they do not buy the product now, they will lose the opportunity to sell it for more money later. This is called FOMO, which means fear of missing out. Most people did not understand why the price of the product was rising, but they certainly did not want to be left behind. Now, the price of the product is $50. Why are banks increasing the size of the bubble? Many people borrow large amounts of money from the bank to buy larger quantities of this product, and after the price rises, they sell it, repay the bank loan, and take the interest. This is called leverage. But this is risky because if the price falls, the person can lose everything and struggle to repay the bank loan. The product market does not need to collapse. It only needs to fluctuate slightly for the person to win or lose everything. The price of the product is now $100, and this is called an economic bubble. A bubble is when the price of something rises beyond its true value. A bubble only needs a slight prick to burst. But how does this happen? What can happen to cause the bubble to burst? Well, let me simplify it for you. After a huge number of people buy very large quantities of this product, they now want to sell it because they simply want money. They want liquidity, cash, because they cannot buy things with this product, so they have to sell it and get money. But here lies the problem. The problem is that when someone wants to sell their goods, which are large quantities of this product, they cannot find anyone to buy them. But why can't they find anyone to buy them? A short while ago, there were many people and investors buying large quantities of this product. What happened? Why doesn't anyone want to buy it now? The issue is simply that everyone bought this product as an investment, even people who have nothing to do with economics or the product itself. They all want to make a lot of money. And they all want to sell now. There are no longer many buyers and everyone is selling. Who is buying now? Remember the law of supply and demand? If supply exceeds demand, the price falls, and if demand exceeds supply, the price rises. In this case, supply exceeds demand because there are many sellers offering the product, but on the other hand, there are not many buyers demanding the product, so the price falls. Now, after someone has offered the product for sale and found no buyers, they start to worry and fear because they want to get the money as quickly as possible. An idea comes to mind: to offer the product at a slightly cheaper price in order to attract the few buyers who remain in the market and sell the product at a cheaper price. However, they have not really lost anything because they had bought this product a while ago. For example, he bought it for $80 and its price is now $100. But he sells it for $90 because he found it difficult to sell. But here lies the problem, because he is simply the one who burst the economic bubble. After doing this, he forces other sellers to lower their prices because buyers will not buy the product for $100 when someone else is selling it for $90. After many sellers do the same thing, the price of the product drops to $90. And when buyers see that the price of the product has fallen, they stop buying because they expect the price to fall further. The buyer says to himself, "Why should I buy the product for $90 today when it may be $80 tomorrow? I will wait until the price falls further." This creates a downward spiral and causes the price of the product to fall even further. Everyone sees this decline in the news and follows the economic curve for this product. News channels start talking about the decline of this product and raise the possibility that it will fall further, and there are those who bet on its decline. People become anxious and fearful, and they rush to sell large quantities of the product they have in stock for fear that it will fall further and they will lose more. When more of this product is offered on the market, its price really does fall, and what further inflates the bubble are the banks. After seeing the decline in the product, they contact the people who borrowed money to invest in the product and pressure them to sell the product and repay the loan before it is too late, which leads to an increase in the number of sellers, or increase in supply, and thus the price falls more and more until the price of the product collapses, which is called an economic bubble burst. The people who made money and became rich are those who bought large quantities of the product and sold it before the bubble burst. After the bubble burst, everyone who did not sell suffered heavy losses. The summary of a bubble burst is no new buyers entering the market, negative news, high interest rates, major investors starting to sell, margin calls, then doubt sets in. Doubt leads to selling, selling leads to a drop in price, the decline generates panic. This is exactly what happened in the 2008 financial crisis, the mortgage crisis, the dot-com bubble in 2000, the Great Depression, and even the tulip bubble in Holland. By the way, I have explained these topics in other videos on this channel. I invite you to watch my other videos and support the channel. If you like my videos, feel free to like them and subscribe to help my channel.